Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we completed World 4-1, defeated the Adjudicator, met Sparkly the Crow, and unlocked Grave Robber Blige. Today, we'll continue exploring World 4. In fact, unless anything unexpected happens, we'll probably finish exploring it, since 4-2 is not a particularly long level, and as usual, 4-3 is just a boss battle. 4-2 isn't much different from the previous level. There are still many side areas we'll need to explore, but there is no short and quick route to the boss. There are also a couple of really annoying enemies. They're not too difficult if you know how to deal with them, but if you encounter them for the first time, it's very likely they'll kill you. Okay, I think we've talked enough about the level. Let's go ahead and teleport there. First, we'll need to go down this short tunnel. Here we can just drop down and then go to the outer side of both staircases. We can find a couple of hidden items there. There's one more item above us, but we'll get that one later. There's a stone of ephemeral ice over here, but be very careful, since it's very easy to fall off the cliff. We should now enter this tunnel, where we'll meet Grave Robber Blige again, as well as pick up some more soul remains. Let's go talk with Blige and see if he has anything new in his inventory.
We meet again. You look terrible. Cheer up. Life is an adventure.
He really should go have a talk with the crestfallen warrior in the Nexus. Anyway, in 4-2 he sells a few more types of arrows, the kunai and another upgrade material. The kunai are a consumable item that you can throw at enemies. They don't do a lot of flat damage, but there's a chance of inflicting poison, so they can be useful in certain situations, especially for melee classes.
Indulgence goes a long way.
Okay, now we should continue down this tunnel and step on the pressure plate to open the door. We've just been introduced to two new types of enemies, the Reaper and the Shadow Lurker. They only appear in this level. We picked up a few kunai from this corpse. So yeah, let's go back to the new enemies. These Shadow Lurkers are not too difficult to kill, but the Reaper will keep summoning new ones until he dies. So we need to kill the ones closest to us, and then lock onto the Reaper from up here and kill him as fast as possible. There is a specific spot here from where we can lock onto the Reaper. And I will need to restore my mana. There we go. Once we killed the Reaper, all of the Shadow Lurkers he had summoned will die with him. We could have also dropped down and fought him there, but he has a rather powerful Soul Arrow spell he can use, so it's just safer and easier to do it from up above. Okay, we've opened another door, but before we go through it, there's a few more items we'll need to collect here. Some Full Moon Grass from this corpse. The Reapers can drop upgrade materials and the Warsight weapon. We don't need any of their drops. Another upgrade material, and now we should go back here to meet Patches. Considering what happened last time we met him out in the world, I think we should be a bit cautious, but he wouldn't try to mess with us again, right?
Oh, hello again. Hey, don't turn a cold shoulder. I didn't mean to do you wrong. Really? Come on now. We've got better things to fret about. That pit there is filled with treasure, but I can't get to it myself. Go on, have a look. It's more riches than I've ever dreamed of.
Really? Let's check it out, I guess. I mean, I don't plan on dropping down there, but it can't hurt to take a look.
Don't hold it against me, eh? Take your time, starving to death. Then I'll sell every last trinket off your corpse.
Oh, I'm definitely killing him this time. There is a Black Phantom behind us, but we can easily kill him with the Soul Ray. He'll try to dodge, but he's not terribly good at it. There's also an item on top of that stalagmite, but we can't reach it yet. Good, we've dealt with the Black Phantom blocking our way back, so let's see who's that other NPC that's here with us. This door will lead us back to Patches. There is some crescent moon grass in this corpse, and another upgrade material by the NPC.
Oh, it's you. Did you cleanse the world of another dark soul today? God has chosen you, and for that we are thankful. Umbasa.
This dialogue sounds a bit weird. He's acting like we've met before. This is because we killed the Black Phantom before talking with him. If we went to him first, he'd explain that he was also fooled by Patches. And since he knew he couldn't defeat the Black Phantom, he was just waiting here praying. His name is Saint Urbane, and now that we've saved him, he'll be staying in the Nexus, selling us miracles. Similar to how Sage Frake is selling us spells.
You! Hey, look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean what I said. I mean, a man's got to make a living, right? Here, look, I can make up for it. There aren't many humans like us. We need to stick together. I know. Here, take this as a token of my friendship. You've seen one of these before, surely.
Okay, Patches, I'll let you go. But this is the last time. There are a couple more things we need to do here. Let's go right through this doorway and up the stairs. There is an itemized saw here. And over here we have another illusory wall. This tunnel will lead us outside. Be careful though, since waiting for us there will be a dual katana wielding black skeleton. He's very aggressive, so you definitely should be prepared when fighting him. He's also one of the very few enemies that drop pure bladestone. It would have been great if we had it drop, but there's a different farming spot for it that, while still just a 2.5% chance of dropping, is significantly better. There is a crystal lizard here we can try to kill. Nice! Oh wow, he actually dropped a pure Dark Moonstone. That is extremely good. We can only get it as a drop from a crystal lizard, so it's great that we won't have to farm at least this upgrade material. And this is the item we couldn't reach at the beginning of the level. It's a white bow. It is the best bow in the game, but it requires 20 strength to wield it, so we'll need a specific build if we want to use it. We can now drop down to the lower level again and finally go through the door we opened after killing the Reaper. Actually, I forgot to pick up a stone of ephemeral ice before going through the illusory wall, so let's go grab it, it won't take long. Oops, I completely forgot about this pressure plate strap. No idea how we didn't get killed by it. Okay, now we can really finally go through the door. There's some half-moon grass just left of the entrance. And this is an itemized saw. Down this path there are several skeletons. They're tougher than the ones in 4-1, so we won't be able to one-shot them with the saw arrow. Next will be the one with the bow. Okay, the last one will be easy to kill. We also have to keep an eye out on the storm beasts, since they can aggro on us. If we continue down the path, we reach a couple of goat skeletons. They're also quite a bit tougher than the ones in the previous level, but they're still as slow as ever. Okay, good. Now, did I miss anything up above? Doesn't look like it. Weird, I was sure there was an item here. Anyway, there is another itemized saw here, and let's see what the skeleton dropped. An upgrade material. Okay, let's continue and go through the first fog gate in this level. This next part can be a bit tricky. And I forgot to bring a shield. We should still be okay, but it would have definitely been easier if we had a shield. I'll try using the soul remains instead. So, after we go through the fog gate, we'll have to start going down a long staircase. While we do so, we'll come across several shadow lurkers. They're a bit different than the ones we've seen before. Here's the first of them. They have more health and they attack by shooting a beam from their head and swiping it horizontally. They shouldn't be a problem, we'll be able to kill them before they can hit us. This is the second one. I'll just use a soul ray and then a soul arrow. Behind him, on the other side of the cave's wall, there is a Reaper hiding from us. We can easily kill him by just pushing him off the edge. He'll fall down and die. Now we just need to wait a bit. While we wait, we should get ready for the third and final type of Shadow Lurker. Well, I didn't expect her to attack us so fast. My plan was to grab the dagger and then immediately throw the soul remains to distract her. Obviously I failed. And we were lucky we didn't die. Her backstab damage is insane. So, the third type of Shadow Lurker is the female Shadow Lurker. They're invisible until they attack. If we had a shield, we could have just put our back against a wall and waited until she attacks. These items are bait. If we try to grab them, a couple of female Shadow Lurkers will ambush us. It's just some crescent moongrass anyway. After we go through the second fog gate, we'll be near the end of the level. If we were in pure black world tendency, there would be a few black phantom black skeletons on this path. The one closest to the entrance of the cave is the one we'll be farming for the pure blade stone. We'll have to kill a few more Shadow Lurkers here, as well as the last Reaper in the level. He'll be in a small recess on the left. Let's restore our mana, since the Reaper is here. I'll try to bait him to come out in the open before attacking him. Doesn't seem to be working, so let's just kill him. Nice. Okay, let's continue down this staircase. I guess it's better to restore our mana first. The whole time we've been exploring the level, we've been going down. Eventually, we reached the bottom of the island. And the cool thing is that everything is connected. We're actually going to see the corpse of the second Reaper, the one we pushed over the edge, inside the boss room. Okay, this cave is the last area before the boss. There are several phosphorescent slugs here, as well as these strange lights that are moving along a predetermined path. The slugs aren't particularly threatening, but the lights will explode if they touch us. Or they'll just damage us without exploding, I don't quite remember. This corpse is the only thing we need to loot here. I just wanted to grab the weapon and ring and get out of here, since there is a light going through this little cave, and I didn't want to risk it hitting us in the back. The Ronin's ring reduces the wear on the weapons, which is pretty useless, and the Hiltless is a pretty amazing Uchigatana. Its only downside being that it drains 3% of our health when we hit an enemy. The phosphorescent slugs also drop sticky white stuff quite frequently, so this is a good place to farm this item if you need it. Okay, there's nothing else interesting in this cave, so let's start heading for the exit. Didn't mean to dodge roll. We can go up this rock path here and then straight to the exit. Oh yeah, they also dropped the Sucker Stone upgrade materials, but we'll be able to collect more than enough of those in World 5. Oh, and there's some Dark Moonstone down here, which we might as well collect, I guess. Okay, now we are really getting out of this cave. Here's the exit. And at the top of these stairs is the boss fog gate. The fight won't start immediately after we go through the fog gate. We can first pick up the itemized soul from the corpse on the sarcophagus. The old hero is incredibly easy to kill by a ranged character. He's blind, and the only way he'll be able to attack us is if we keep running or if we attack him repeatedly. So the strategy for this fight is to use a Soul Ray, then hide behind a column until his rage subsides, and then cast another Soul Ray. We should also try to go behind his back, since he will occasionally blindly attack in front of him. No point in risking a lucky strike. Might as well pick up the upgrade material while we're waiting. The Old Hero is another fictional boss created by the Colorless Fog. He is an amalgamation of the ideals of the Shadow Man. He's wielding the large Sword of Searching, which we can later create by using his soul. Looks like I didn't wait quite enough time before attacking him again. Doesn't matter, his attacks are not strong enough to one-shot us, and he'll go back to blindly moving around afterwards. So yeah, that's about it for the boss's lore. After we kill him, we can pick up the rest of the items here and then go back to the Nexus. There we go, it's an even easier fight than the Adjudicator. There's some full moon grass here. And up these stairs on the left are some holy arrows. Good. We return to the Nexus now. Since we were able to complete this level pretty quickly, I think I'll just go ahead and kill the Archdemon in 4-3 in this episode. It's going to be another easy fight, so we might as well just get it over with and be done with the main objectives in this world. The Maiden in Black's here anyway, so let's start by upgrading our fate stat a bit.
Soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul of the lost, withdrawn from its vessel.
Nice, we're nearly done with the fate stat. We'll probably have enough souls once we defeat the Archdemon to get our fate to 20. Let's store our items at Thomas and then check if we have anything in need of repair. Might as well store the arrows, we're not going to be using them. Okay, great, we're done here.
It's simple. In trade, with your soul.
Really? Huh, interesting.
I can tell you.
Well, that's great, I guess. Let's teleport to 4-3 now. Just like the other times we fought an Archdemon, there's not going to be any other fights here. This was the Storm King. Unlike the previous bosses in World 4, I believe this one was not created by the Colorless Fog. The Storm Beasts were revered by the Shadow Man, and they believed they brought forth the rain. So, at least the Storm Beasts were likely real animals, that have existed since long before the Colorless Fog appeared. Before I continue with the lore, I should tell you about the weapon we're going to get. That sword over there is called the Storm Roar. It is a pretty worthless weapon. It doesn't have an especially high damage, doesn't have any stat scaling, and has extremely low durability. Its only positive is that it has zero stat requirements, so anyone can wield it. However, as long as we are in 4-3, it also has a special ability. Pressing the R2 button will cause the sword to split the air and create a vertical blast that has pretty decent range. The attack is powerful enough to one-shot the Storm Beasts, and is the only way for a melee character to kill the Archdemon, since there's no way to bring him into melee range. Currently, the Storm King is high above the clouds. In order to force him to attack us, we'll need to kill a few of his Storm Beasts. Even for a ranged character, using the Storm Ruler to clear the Storm Beasts is very much recommended, since it can hit several at once and is very easy to use. Okay, looks like the Storm King has started his descent. Once he does that, he'll start going back and forth along the length of the arena. Every time he flies by us, he'll start sending a ridiculous amount of homing spears. That's why we're standing next to this dilapidated building. We'll be using it as cover against his spears, otherwise he'll absolutely destroy us. And he almost did. I didn't see when he started sending these spears. Anyway, the idea is that we should stay in cover while he expends his spears and then try to hit him with the ranged attack of the Storm Ruler. The Storm King has 5 lock-on points, so we should use the one closest to us. The range of our attack is not that great, so it's kinda difficult to actually hit the Archdemon. I'll try to defeat him with the Storm Ruler, but if it takes too long, I will probably switch to using Soul Rays. Okay, now we just wait until all the spears hit the building. Well, it should have been able to hit him. It's kinda finicky, so I really don't like using it. But we managed to hit him the second try. Now we will just have to repeat this until he dies. If it takes too long, I may have to fast forward it, or do a jump cut. We'll see. Okay, this is just taking way too long. I'll finish him off with the Soul Rays. Sorry guys, I wanted to showcase how to use the Storm Ruler, but I'm really starting to get tilted. There we go, so much faster and easier. Well, that just happened. Right after we killed the Storm King, my emulator crashed. Fortunately, the game had already saved, so we won't have to do this all over again. Unfortunately, this means that all the Storm Beasts have respawned, which will make picking up the items in the boss arena a bit tedious. We could still use the Storm Ruler to clear them out, but I don't want to waste any more time. We'll start by going inside the dilapidated building. There are some holy arrows inside. They managed to hit us. Let's heal up. It would be super embarrassing if we died after killing the Archdemon. We can collect a Stone of Ephemeral Ice from a corpse over here. And there's one more item on the right side of the arena, near the edge of the cliff. It's a couple of chunks of Cloudstone. I can't remember if we had one drop already, so it's best if we pick these up. There are also a couple of crystal lizards here we may try to hunt, but I doubt we'll be able to get them while getting hammered by the storm beasts. Damn, I should have been using soul arrows. Well, whatever, they don't have anything we need. The final item we can collect from this place is another itemized soul. Damn, we really could die here. Let's get back to the Nexus. Actually, let's go behind the dilapidated building and heal first. Since we still haven't picked up the boss demon soul, we might get hit by a storm beast while we do so. Okay, now it should be safe to return to the Nexus. Yeah, you see? If we didn't heal, we would have died. Besides the boss demon soul, we also got a pure Cloudstone. Once we get back to the Nexus, we should store our items as usual, repair, and then upgrade our fate stat. We should have enough souls to get it to 20.
Thank goodness you always...
I forgot to re-equip the Dragon Longsword.
Yeah. Thank goodness.
We should also store the Holy Arrows and then go repair. This time I'm sure we're in need of repair.
We are in...
I can forge weapons.
Yep, we got pretty beaten by the storm beasts.
Do come back up.
Now let's find the Maiden in Black. Okay, here she is.
Thou seeketh soul power, doth then touch the soul of the mind, key to life's ether. Soul
Great!
of the lost,
Well,
drawn
we're done with the
from
fate stat now. I'll probably add some points in vitality and endurance next. It really doesn't matter what we'll increase from now on. We're still not done with World 4 though. We should teleport to 4-2 to pick up that item that was stuck on the stalagmite in the pit with Saint Urbane. Actually, before teleporting there, we should buy another shard of Arkstone, so we can immediately return to the Nexus afterwards.
No, don't make...
Oh, and now that we've killed 3 Archdemons, Patches has started selling New Moon Grass.
Well?
We probably won't need to buy any, since we don't have that much health anyway. But it's still good that we now have access to it. It won't take long to get that item. We just need to go back to the room with the first Reaper. Unfortunately, we'll have to kill him again. I'll also use this opportunity to stock up on soul remains from Grave Robber Blige.
Oh,
Good, this should be enough to last us until the end of the game. We're actually going to be using them very soon. Just like last time, we should first deal with the Shadow Lurkers. Now let's restore our mana. There's one more Shadow Lurker. Okay, let's kill the Reaper now. Good. All that's left is to drop down and go inside the room where Patches was and then drop down into the pit. The item will no longer be stuck on top of the stalagmite. Once we pick up the magic sword Makoto, we can use the Shard of Arkstone and return to the Nexus. Makoto is an awesome weapon. It is somewhat similar to the Hiltless, but even more powerful. The downside is that, unlike the Hiltless, it will constantly drain our health, at a rate of 1% every 2 seconds. Now that we have it, we should teleport to 4-1. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but we need it to be in pure white world tendency to be able to collect it. And there's one more event in World 4 that requires us to be in pure white world tendency. This NPC has appeared right off the entrance to the keep.
Hey, you over there. You seem to have you ahead of us. Come here. I have a proposal for you. Do not be afraid. You have much to gain.
Okay, let's see what he wants to talk about.
I am Satsuki. I seek a keepsake of my father. Have you seen the sword inscribed? Makoto, I will offer you demon souls if you can help me find it.
We do indeed have that sword.
Ah, you have found the Makoto, have you? Bless your good fortune. And, well, your good work. Now, just hand the Makoto over to me.
I guess we should give it to him. Though something tells me we shouldn't trust this guy.
This is she. This luster. It's finally mine. Except, could this sword really be as deadly as the rumors claim? There is only one way to find out.
Yep, I knew it. Let's try to make some distance and then use the soul remains. Okay, perfect, it worked. But it really only lasts for a short while. Doesn't matter, let's throw some more. He's still dodging, but his dodges will be much less effective while he's focusing on the soul remains. And there we have it. Without the soul remains, it would have been much more annoying having to deal with him. We got back the Makoto and can now return to the Nexus. Let's talk about Satsuki. Who was he? Was Makoto really his father's weapon? It's possible, but I doubt it. The last thing he said before attacking us was that he wondered if the Makoto was really as deadly as the rumors suggest, implying he's never seen the sword. If it was truly his father's weapon, wouldn't he know exactly how powerful it was? Though I guess his father may have known he's rotten and didn't want to leave him Makoto. Still, I think it's more likely that he was just someone who had heard about the weapon and just wanted to use us to find it for him. He's also wearing the shaman armor set, whose description reads, "Clothes of a dubious heretical shaman." Bags to store knickknacks are attached all over. Some sort of foul-smelling tallow is also stuck to it. Make of it what you will. Anyway, we did some pretty great progress today, completing the rest of World 4. I think this is a good place to end the episode. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider pressing the like button and subscribing to my channel. It will help me a lot and encourage me to bring more content for you guys. I'm releasing new videos daily, so hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow, when we'll continue our journey through the world of Demon Souls.